Hey, hey, this is Sam Furman, and I'm coming to you live from the home theater room in the home that I live in. And you can see we have a pretty cool setup in here. A little messy because of the dogs, but actually, TV is not something I watch a lot of, but there are a couple shows that I do find interesting that I want to talk about. And the first one of those shows is actually called Shark Tank, which pits aspiring entrepreneurs against a panel of, you know, battle tested and very successful real world entrepreneurs who come from different backgrounds who have built different companies. And the setup is that either the the nominee, or you call them the candidate, who is the entrepreneur who wants to get their business funded by the sharks, which are the panelists who have access to resources and to money that they can give the candidate entrepreneur. But basically, it puts them in a pressure cooker kind of situation where they need to be able to explain their product, why it'll be successful or why it is successful, and to really be able to break down the numbers of exactly what it is they need and having a plan to go forward. And what's interesting, unlike a lot of other shows where they kind of give them the lovey-dovey feeling of, oh, you're great, we're going to do good. These sharks, they cut to the bone. They ask serious questions. They're not afraid to say no, or to actually, you know, just shut them down completely if they think that the candidate is full of crap or they don't know what they're doing, which makes for the drama, and it makes for an interesting TV show. As far as the actual the cast of characters, I don't quite remember their names, but I do know that there's one female panelist that's on there who has kind of a different perspective from the men. But then even between the men who are the sharks, they kind of have their own styles and personalities as well, which makes it a dynamic cast and makes it interesting to watch when I do watch TV, which is not a whole lot. The other show that I found interesting, I'll talk a little bit about, is Breaking Bad, where the main character, which I'm terrible with character names or with actor names, but he was also, in Malcolm in the Middle, he was the father, whoever that actor is, and basically he was a chemistry teacher who, as he discovers, has cancer, and turns to his abilities as a understanding chemistry to start making illegal drugs. And basically, I believe it's they're making LSD or crystal meth. One of the drugs that you can make in the lab. I think it's meth. And through the show, as he goes deeper and deeper down this hole, I find it interesting because at the same time, he's kind of the good guy, bad guy. He's doing it for his family originally, but over time, the money and the power and things start to take over. So just a very interesting, dynamic show. So two shows I would recommend watching if you're an entrepreneur. Definitely watch Shark Tank if you want a little bit of action and see a little bit of the underside world of chemistry and a little bit more drama. You can watch Breaking Bad. And those are my two reviews about those shows.